works full-time for the United States Postal Service as a mail carrier and has worked there for 13 years. Monica feels her purpose in life is to help and give to others, and that's when she is the happiest, is when she can spread the love to others. All right. Yay, Monica! Woo! Your Bible has never been read like that. All right, next I'm going to introduce Heather Earl. Heather is a superstar director. She joined in August 2008, and she retired from her corporate career in January 2011. Two dreams that have come true off her dream board because of Cincy is buying her husband's dream motorcycle and building her dream home that they moved into last May. $99 and Cincy has changed her life for the better. Her team name is Living Your Life. Her tagline is finding joy in the journey and changing lives one at a time. Heather and Monica.
So, our goal today is to give you as many ideas as we can 2008, Monica was my very first recruit and my very first director.
And I joined 1 month after Heather in September of 2008. And what we want to do today is start getting you prepared. And to get prepared, you want to make samples. And these samples are so easy to make, and you just need to spread them everywhere you go and share a sample.
So if you don't have those in your purse right now, or in the bag, or somewhere, make it a goal today to go home and do that first. They are your seeds, and you got to get out there and plan and share them. So who here has ever had life happen to them and things not maybe go the way they expected? Is that right? Everybody in the room, right? So we've had those kind of situations too. So Mom, why don't you tell us about times in your life when it happened?
Well, over the last few years, I've had several trials that have happened in my life. And just a few years ago, I had to have an emergency surgery. And I knew I was going to be in the hospital for a few days. So I prepared. I got samples together. I got catalogs. When I got to the hospital, I put the catalogs in the waiting room. And then I also had a basket with mini testers and samples. So every time a nurse or an aide came to my room, I was heavily sedated, but I was like, you know, why don't you take a look at the basket? And also, just a year and a half ago, my home was hit by a tornado in Forney. And even though it was a devastating time, I still remained to work Tennessee into my life. I wore a Tennessee shirt as I was packing at my home because I had moved 5 months. And people approached me and they said, you know, you sell Tennessee? And I'm like, yes, I do. So I was able to share Tennessee, give them catalogs, and I gained new customers from this. And then just a couple months ago, I had one of those same kind of customers that joined my team. So regardless of what you're going through, please continue to work your business. And don't think that you have to stop working your business because you're going through these trials.
So that same tornado that she was in, we were living with her at the time while we were building our home. And so we were homeless for 5.5 months, and we had to live in a 4-wall room with 2 teenagers. And I also lost my car in that tornado, and we had no satellite signal at the hotel. So I'm thinking, how the heck can I work my business? Really quick, I learned weekends are busy at the hotel. There's soccer competitions, there's baseball competitions, and so I was like, you know what, this is awesome. I don't even have to go to work, they're coming to me. All you need in your business is people. So there were people at the hotel. So I put on my kids are like, where are you going? Oh, to work. So I go down the elevator, down the lobby, and I have my Cincy wear on, spray the room spray all the way down the hall. And they were so used to me there at the hotel, so we kind of, we lived there. And so I had warmer plugged in, I had a catalog, they call, hey, your last catalog just got taken, so I go downstairs and refill. Anyway, you catch my drift. I had no car, I had no house, and my business was really successful in that month. I talked to more people than I did in other times. And so I got orders, I got parties, basket parties, and I had 2 recruits during that 5.5 month time, just from the hotel. So it's so important to think outside the box, no matter what is going on. There's nothing that will kill you like triggers and thinking, this happened. Cincy will fit in anywhere if you think outside the box and make it fit in. To your life. So the next time something happens, kind of analyze, hey, how can I make this work into my business?
And another way you can get prepared is, first of all, is write your story on your personal website and make sure you have a picture of it. Because there's going to be people that are going to the website, and if you don't have your story written, there's no way they can connect with you. And we've had people that have joined our team just because they were inspired to buy our stories. So please make sure you write your stories on your personal website. And make sure you wear your Cincy wear when you're out and about. And if you're like me, I'm sometimes shy, so this is good for shy people. And you're just indirectly advertising, and they come to you. So wear your Cincy wear everywhere.
And also on your Cincy story, even if you've had your Cincy story there for a long time, double check when's the last time you updated it. If you've been with Cincy for 5, 4, 3 years, when's the last time you updated your story? So make sure that you do that too. And also along the lines of Cincy wear, we're not just talking about your clothes and whatever you wear for Scentsy wear, like Andy Grandy. I mean, you can go get one of those. But also the things you wear. One day I was driving down the road, and I bought this because I love bling, and so I just bought it just for myself. And I had my hands on the windows one of those great days, and someone actually stopped and flagged me down. And so I rolled down the window, and I told them, where I had gotten it, and it just clicked. I'm like, oh my gosh, this attracts attention. So when it's uncomfortable for me to talk to somebody, I know somebody's going to say something about my bracelet. So I'd wear it every day, and it turned into my Scentsy bracelet. So when somebody said, oh, I like that bracelet. Oh, thanks. It's my Scentsy bracelet. They're going to say one of two things. What is Scentsy? Or I love Scentsy. And if they say anything else, then I'll just keep walking. It really attracted attention, and so I ended up sharing it and getting other people on my team to find something that they loved and to wear it, and just name it your Scentsy necklace, bracelet, hair bow, whatever it is that you think is going to attract attention. They're going to break the ice first, and then you've got the open floor. It's so easy. I was very successful with that one thing with one Scentsy bracelet. Next thing, another idea is don't leave home without it. Okay, we're talking about whether it's a Scentsy bag, whether it's a purse, something, if you are prepared, you will have in the house with your what's it called?
Samples.
This is card sample, catalogs, pin, order form, cents, and drawing slips. Don't make the same mistake that I did for the first 2 years and not have drawing slips. Or you do have drawing slips and then you lose them and forget about it. Don't do that. When you talk to people, well, let's just do a demonstration. Because sometimes when you have a visual, it's easier to see. Ooh, I've done that before.
Ooh, I need to get to the store, buy some groceries.
Hey, I'm going to Walmart, I'm back.
First of all, I'm going to put on my Scentsy shirt, just in case somebody wants to buy Scentsy.
Hey, do you sell Scentsy?
I do. Hi, I'm Micah.
I'm Heather, nice to meet you. I've got 5 warmers in my house, and every single light bulb's out. I can't find anybody who sells Scentsy anymore.
Well, I'm so glad you stopped me.
I am too. Thanks for wearing your shirt, so I knew. Do you have a catalog?
Let me check. I thought I had a catalog.
A business card alert.
I was running out of the house so fast, I don't even have a card.
I totally understand. I know how life gets. Well, you have your website, or how can I get my clothes?
There you go. You can reach me on my website. It's really easy to remember.
Okay.
Ready? It's Monica sells the best liquid candles in the world. Monica sells the best liquid candles in the
I've been wanting to see in my house. Okay. Monica sells, wait. Monica's amazing. Oh gosh. I don't even remember. She wasn't very prepared. That just won't order.
So that's what you don't want to do.
Okay, let's try that again. Ready to Walmart, I'll be back.
Ooh, I need to go to the store and get some groceries, but first, let me put on my Scentsy shirt and let me make sure this time I have got my business card, my door bracelets, and okay, I'm ready.
Oh, you were, do you sell Scentsy?
I do. Hi, I'm Monica.
Hi, I'm Heather. Nice to meet you. I have got 5 warmers in my house and not a single light bulb works, and I've been trying to find somebody who sells Scentsy.
Well, I'm so glad you talked to today.
I'm so glad you wore your shirt, so I knew. Do you have a catalog?
I sure do. This is our current fall catalog. And this one, and here is a post-join brochure, just in case you want to get some girls together and you can earn half price and free products. And here's a full sample for you. That's perfectly
Ooh, I
colored.
love that one. What's it called?
Perfectly colored.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites.
I love that. Can I have this?
Yes, you can have that.
So how do I get my light bulb?
Well, you can either call me or you can go directly to my website and you will get it sent directly to your home.
Oh, I have a terrible memory, so I'm so glad it's already written here. Thank you so much.
Okay, and could I get your number and your email?
So you decide which one you want to be. If you want your business to grow and you want life back into your business, hopefully you pick number 2. Okay, so think about all the places that you go in a day. Let's keep it to 6. Maybe the bank is a place you're always going to go. The gas station, you're always going to go. The grocery store, you're always going to go. Sonic, you're always going to go. Nail salon, for me, that's somewhere I'm going to always go. And so what's the one thing that all those places that, well, I'll just say it. You need people to work your business, right? So you go to those same places all the time, but guess what? There's always different people when you go to those same places. So even if you didn't do anything else or go anywhere else, you've got people right in front of you every day if you go to those places. So think about it. You've got to learn to think outside the box. So say you're going to the bank drive-thru line. Have you ever thought to put one of these in and spray it in my car, and then when it goes into the chute, I wait for their reaction? Everybody thinks it's going to look good, and then I see the other girl going over here and looking at her. So that's an idea. If you haven't done it before, it really works. Gas in your car. Don't just go to the gas station and pump and then get in your car. It's really bad anyway. You've got to touch your car and stuff like that. So just stay outside of your car. There's different people at the gas station every time you go. So if there's not very many people at your gas station, pick a different gas station. There's different people there. So next time, stand outside while you're pumping your gas because you're just sitting there looking at everybody anyway. So you might as well talk to them. So have your sample and just say, hey, or hey, you smell like gas, smell this. At the nail salon, I use my Layers lotion, and I use sugar cookie because it spreads fast. So I ask them to use my lotion, and I've gotten orders and recruits from that because they smell it, what's that? Let's start the conversation. You never had to go approach anybody. Say, learn how to make it easy for you. Work smarter, not harder. You go to the gym. That's a pretty stinky place. You can just always have your room spray with you. Don't leave home without it. Always take your room spray. I've sold stinky in a public bathroom before. Okay? Those smell really bad. It's a great place to bring some good scent. The grocery store line. I was standing in line and I saw a girl. All she had on the belt was a TV dinner and a drink. And so I just said, hey, buying dinner for tonight? And she says, well, yeah, I just started a part-time job, so grab a TV dinner. Red flag, red flag. Well, that's your opportunity to share with her, hey, I have an opportunity that you might be interested in. Give me a call or get her information. Remember, there's a lot of forgetful people out there, so they're going to forget to call you. So make sure you get their information. I'm going to reiterate that, because I messed up and did that wrong for the first 2 years. You don't want to lose all those contacts. Follow-up is so important. So, all those places you go, make your own list of 6 places that you always go that always has different people. Now, Monica, why don't you share with us a time?
And just Sunday, I was at the pet store, and the cashier, she looked at my shirt. She's like, oh my God, you so busy? And I was like, yeah, I do. And she's asking for the scent patches. And she's like, oh, you don't think I'm weird, but can I have your number? And I'm like, sure. So I was prepared. I had my catalog. I gave her a sample. And just from in her, I was able to share Tennessee with her. And what you want to do, you want to make your list of 100 and update this every 6 months. And just think about all the people that you know, or you heard as your friends, your neighbors, and associates. And don't be afraid to ask for parties, because the worst they can say is no. And don't prejudge people, because when you judge people, you can get the totally wrong idea about people, because your name is now on a customer or a future consultant. And just always remember, if you don't approach someone and share Tennessee with the person, the next consultant will.
You're also on that list of 100. If you're like me, you come to things, classes, and you're like, oh, that is such a good idea. That's fabulous. And then you get home and you don't remember to do it. And so right now, in your books or your calendars, right, that you're going to do this on Monday, you're going to sit down and make your list of 100. And then, like the dentist series, in 6 months on your calendars, at the same time, write it again that you're going to do your list of 100. Because the people that you know right now, it doesn't just end there. You're going to constantly be meeting new people. So if you don't review that list, then you're missing out. So also, you know people who know people who know people who know people. And so always be asking your people for referrals. Ask them, do you know anybody that would like to buy this joint? One of my favorites to say was, do you know anybody who's looking to earn extra money? Usually they say, me, so it's a good way to make them think about who they know and get those referrals right from them.
I've got a book going around with different
Okay, so if your car dies and you need help, you're going to call somebody and ask them if they have any jumper here. Okay, so say your business is kind of having a downtime and you need to ignite it quick. You need jumper cables for your business. This next idea is something that will bring that jumper cables kind of start back to your business. And I did it for the first time at convention. I'm sure you've heard of the boogie blitz before. But I am standing here as testimony that they work. Because at convention, I was sitting there and I heard it and I was like, oh, that's such a great idea. But I was thinking, well, I'll wait till I get home. That was my first thought. And I said, excuse me? So I thought, oh, I'll wait till I get home. And I'm like, no, I might as well just send this message to every, people on my phone. And I was thinking in my head, I already kind of talked to them, or they've already been charged. And so that's what you can put in the text. I have been challenged to book as many parties as I can in the next 45 minutes. And I really want to win. Let me know if you can help me out by hosting a Cincy, I said Cincy, but it can be the Latter Grace Adele party. I sent it to about 35 people, and before lunch was even over, I had 21 yeses for parties. My business is still going from those parties. There's still people that haven't scheduled from the 21, but there's some that have, and then you get parties from those parties. So if you want to jumpstart your business, do that one thing. We did this Saturday. I loved it so much, and I was so excited. The Cincy spirit was just flaming. And so we decided to do it for a team meeting, and we didn't tell everybody what we were doing. And one of the girls that came had been really considering leaving, not doing Cincy. She had a lot going on in her life, and kind of some of you maybe been there. But she decided to just come to the meeting. And so when we told her what we were going to do, I swear her jaw dropped to the floor, and she wanted to leave. And you get that fight or flight thing that happens to you when you've got to get uncomfortable. And so we're like, no, it'll be okay. We'll be your cheerleaders. We're going to cheer you on. If you get a yes, yell it out. If you get a no, yell it out. We're going to cheer anyway because you did it scared. And so she did it. She sent the messages, and her phone starts going off, and she got yeses. And she's like, what the crap? She was so excited. She was like, oh my gosh, so she was getting up dancing. It relit her fire just like that. And she ended up having several parties booked off of her parties, and still is. And now she is really engaged in her business, all from doing that booking list.
Now, one thing I love the home parties because you can really connect with the guests. And at my parties, I love to play the games. And one game that I really play is the card game. Have any of you heard of the card game? What we'll do is get a deck of cards, and we're going to play it right quick. And normally I give away a plug-in, but you can give away anything you want to as a gift. So I have a deck of cards here, and for every question that you ask me, I'm going to give you a card. The jacks, kings, queens, they're all going to be worth 10 points, and everything else is going to be worth face value. So every question you get a card. So let's get it. And this is part of my scholarship.
So you would get a card for asking that question. What's your favorite scent? Mediterranean spa. I don't know. We have the really exciting fun games that go for them when that time comes around. It's every several months. So you get to always vote for your favorite.
So I'll continue to give questions and pass out the cards. And then once you get down to so many cards, you'll say, okay, I only have a few cards left. If you look up and the host actually joined. And we didn't look at it as losing a party, but we gained, a team member to help share Cincy.
I love basket parties. I was really busy in my corporate career and kids' activities, we've heard it all before. But I didn't have time to do home parties in the beginning, and so I loved basket parties. And so I have found what excites you is what excites other people too. And so I would have 5 or 6, 7, sometimes 10 basket parties out at a time. One of the things I learned is not everybody wants a basket party. And so it's really important to talk to your potential client or whoever is going to do the party and ask about them. And I found out that I had this really cute basket. I was so excited. She had said, yes, I want to take it to work. And I had bows and all that. I was really excited. And she's like, I ride the bus. I ride the DART trail downtown, and I walked to my building. So a basket party wasn't going to be successful for her. So I learned to call it a bag party. Woo! That's how you recognize this. Where was I?
Basket party.
Okay, so I learned to not call it a basket party all the time. Then I learned, don't even call it a party, because some people have a mental block about parties. And so I learned to say, hey, have you smelled these cool scents? Would you love to take this little bag and a few catalogs and share it with your friends, family, neighbors? You still get the hostess benefits. You can still get free and half price items just by taking this and sharing it. And so I was really successful with that and did that for, I still do it sometimes. Don't always call it a party, but the important thing, and the way you'll know if someone wants to do a home party, a basket party, not a party, just a sharing thing, whatever you need to call it, is to get to know your client or your host. And that hostess coaching is so important. Also, sensational start and shooting star. If you have a drought in your business, Monica and I did this, and it was so super fun. So if you're having a drought, or you know anybody that is, what we did is we decided we said tomorrow we're going to be essential consultants again. And so we remembered, and what it did is struck a lot of memories. We were like, do you remember when we used to do this? And do you remember when we used to do that? And so we we got together, we were just talking, and it really brought energy, and we were so excited. So we got out our startup guide, reread it, and you forget things. You think you've been doing it so long and you remember everything, and you don't. So get that startup guide, pretend that you're an essential consultant, and then if you want to be lead in a day, cool. However you progress, you get to choose. But the idea is go back and say, I'm going to shoot for shooting star. So tomorrow, I'm going to count out my first 15 days. So just do it again. And try to do your sensational start. And give yourself 70 days, calendar it. So you can start that whenever you want. And you can do that over and over again and just pretend. It sometimes is just so mental. I know for me it is.
Now, Heather and I, we both love to give, and just recently we decided to have a Cincy meeting today. And what I did, I called a local nursing home, and I asked the activities director, could we volunteer and visit with the residents there? And she agreed. So at that time, we were having the Monster Monday sale, so I bought several of the Cincy buddies, and we went to the nursing home and went room to room to each resident, and we gave them a Cincy buddy. So we were putting our Cincy name out there without selling it. And this really, it was a beautiful experience because a lot of them, they were like, well, why are we getting gifts? And we told them we just wanted to brighten our day and add some sunshine. So that was really a heartwarming experience.
Definitely a memorable event. And even when I went back later for another activity, I saw the Cincy buddies on their dresser, on their beds, and I was just like, oh, love it. But you're planting seeds as well. That wasn't the intent, but when you give more than you take, it comes back to you. So in those rooms, all those rooms, people come to visit them, right? And so they're smelling that and asking what it is. And so you're planting seeds by loving people. One of my favorite things that we did is taking send you to the streets. That's what we call it. We knew we had a ton of people that were so scared to just get outside of their comfort zone. I don't have any statistics or anything, but I kind of feel that it's the number one reason people decide, Cincy isn't what it used to be. No, you aren't what you used to be. And so I really think that when we're too kind of scared, like I said, we have those places that we go all the time that always have different people. So if we're really taking advantage of the people that we have come into our life on a daily basis, your businesses will grow if you're reaching out and stepping outside your comfort zone. Just a couple steps outside your comfort zone is where the magic happens. So taking Cincy to the streets, we decided, okay, on a Saturday, we picked a date, and we ended up having 20 people come to do this. They really wanted to work their businesses. They really wanted to ignite their businesses. But they were scared and they didn't know how. So we went to Walmart. When we realized there was 20 people that showed up, I'm like, I don't think we can go in a big old hat like this. They'll kick us out. And so we ended up breaking up into 2s and 3s. And we had someone that was kind of had strengths, and then maybe someone who had never done it before, just approached the person before. And so we let them buddy up and kind of be a mentor. And so we help prospects. So sometimes it's hard for us to even think. If you're walking around Walmart and thinking, they're going to be annoyed by me. Oh, they probably don't want Cincy. Oh, well, you're not going to find any leads like that. You have something you love because you joined. So obviously you have a reason. And so you have something that you want to share with other people. So if you go in with that mentality, and let me tell you what I did one time. I was sitting in the car, I was so nervous, and I wanted to go into this business, and I just sat there, and you know that itty bitty in your head, and it just kept talking to me, and I'm like, no, I'm really working on this, I can do this. And second on the Saturday call, I'm going to do this, and I sat there, and what I did is I visualized my kids. One of the things on my dream board is to my whole family go to Hawaii. And so when I sit there, and that itty bitty committee was starting to talk in my head, I just pictured my kids on the beach, and sitting with my husband and enjoying and relaxing and chilling. And what happened was those nerves and all that yucky stuff in my head just went away. So I really learned to visualize every single time that I got scared. I visualized what I wanted more than sitting in the car being afraid. And so I'd make myself get out there and do it. And I always had success. Whether I got a no or a yes, it's still success because I'm growing and coming and stepping outside my comfort zone. And if you do that, your businesses will grow. So one of the girls that came, same kind of situation, was not feeling like she was going to work for her. But, you know, we have to grow and learn that we can't step outside our comfort zone. So doing this activity caused her to step outside her comfort zone. And as soon as she busted through that shell, she realized she got orders, parties, and recruits all in one Saturday. It works. You just have to get out there, get a buddy, and do it scared.
And we went to Walmart first. First of all, we went to breakfast that morning. So you pick anywhere, you know, IHOP, Denny's, Waffle House. Had breakfast, and then we went to Walmart, and then we visited several businesses on the business trip. So we went to each of those businesses. And something that I like to do when I don't have any parties booked, I'll have an open house at my home. I keep my display table set up in the front room, so if I don't have any parties, I'll stick my open house sign in the yard. I'll go put another sign on the main street and just see if anybody shows up. And people have come, and I've gained new customers like that. And I had one lady that came to me to buy a product, and she kept buying stuff. She would have basket parties at her job. And I told her, you know, you could be making this commission off of this. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. So finally, after a year of basket parties, she finally joined Cincy out of the blue. And that was just from an open house that I had at my home.
And it's still active today. Facebook. Okay, just a couple of tips on this. Your Facebook is a personal Facebook page. You don't want to be an advertising agency every day to the people that are your friends on Facebook. And so really try to limit the amount of times that you post an ad. Now on Facebook, they actually have those ads, and they're kind of annoying. So if that's annoying to you, you are annoying too if you're posting all the time. So I might got it, it's the end of the month, I only have so much more to go, buy from me, buy from me. You're sending a message of kind of pushing yourself on other people, and people don't like to be sold. They don't like to be pushed on. So one really good idea that I learned is, you know, take a picture of some different warmers that you have in your house and talk about why you love it. And, oh, my house smells so to move, for my husband, whatever is maybe not Facebook. Whatever you feel comfortable saying, that you're sharing excitement that you have, that's what sells. And don't add your website. They're your Facebook friend. They know how to find you. So if they're interested, so you want to create something that's inviting. So they're like, oh, that really is cute in her house. I want one of those. It works. Just don't add your website, because if they want it, they'll reach out to you. I was so excited when I first learned that and did it, and I sold 3 warmers in the same day.
And also, the Facebook, you're going to be reconnecting with people that you haven't seen from high school in 20 years. And I know, like several of my classmates that have joined another company, and they're just constantly posting about, buy this product, buy this. And a lot of them have been deleted because there's noise from our classmates posting about their business. So you don't want to be annoying. And something that we do, we go door to door in our neighborhood. How many of your neighbors know that you are a safety consultant?
Or even know you.
So what you can do, you can make samples, get a safety buddy, y'all go door to door and share things. And Heather and I, we've been safety buddies since the very beginning, since day one, and we've always been there for each other. It's never a competition with us because we're there to cheer each other on, there to motivate each other. We share our Facebook page together. When I promoted to director, I didn't go off and make another page. And I want to keep the excitement and the unity there all on one page. So we're still on the same page as to this day. We made samples together. We made our dream boards, our vision boards together, which is time to update those because a lot of those dreams have come true. So it's time that we do that again and update that. So always find a safety buddy, or you can get to know your team members, because it's always more fun to have someone to share the business with.
It is. Make a promise to yourself if you don't have a vision board or a dream board. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It doesn't even have to be really fancy or pretty. But, it can just be a little piece of construction paper and a few pictures. Simplicity, right? So if you don't have a vision board, I encourage you to get one and to make one. If you can connect to those things that mean so much to you and why you're, what your personal vision is that you want to make it come true for you, then make a vision board. Because you see that every day. When you do have those droughts in your business, you look at your vision board and you remember what you wanted from the get-go anyway. So, as you can see, Monica and I can be a little crazy, but we always have a lot of fun. So, can we get 4 volunteers to come up and do something? Back there. Yeah. Yay, Lori! Coming down here. Double yay! Triple yay!
Quadruple yay! So, what I want y'all to do in 2 minutes, I want you to name all of the scents in the current fall winter catalogs.
What do you say?
Name all of the scents in the current catalog.
We're not really going to even ask you to do anything. What we want to do, see, is and applaud you for how bold you were to step out of your comfort zone and come up here and do something that you didn't even have a clue what we were going to ask you to do.
Sample makers.
So these are 4 winners in the room, and I know Martin wanted to come up here. This is what your business can be every single day. If you choose to be bold and step out of your comfort zone, you will win the prize every day. You'll win the prize of city orders. You'll win the prize of basket parties and home parties, and you'll win the prize of and you'll win the prize ultimately of achieving those things that mean so much to you and that are on your dream board and vision board. Everything we've talked about today is duplicatable. We've done it, we've shared it with others, and seen things happen in their businesses because they made a choice to be bold, step out of their comfort zone and do. So even if you were to take just a couple of things that you did today, I promise if you choose to take action, it will make a difference and it will relight your fire and ignite your business.
So, we're going to take a few questions. If anybody has any questions, we'll address those.
On your samples, do you do full designs or is it just a little piece of the block? How do you do this?
Well, the way I do them, I melt them down and then pour them into the little candy molds, which the molds you can get them from Hobby Lobby or
Breakaway molds.
And pour them in there, let them sit, and then put them in the freezer for about 15 minutes, and they break right off in the little bags. You can get these from Walmart, get 100 of them for $4.
And then you can also take that little crinkle cutter and just chop your wax into little small slivers. It's really fast. Any more questions? We sure
When you took everybody to Walmart, what did you have them do when they walked through there? I mean, is there issue with getting you out of the store?
We broke up kind of fast. We went in like a hobby. And we realized really quick that we attracted too much attention. We had our really movie and all that kind of stuff on. So we split up into groups and, you know, there were people looking at us, so we attracted attention. And some people even came and said, what are you talking about? And wanted to, so maybe, you know, that's just what we did that time, that you can go in small groups. You can just call Betty and say, let's go do this together. So it doesn't have to be a big old group and be all taken into the streets. You can just go out, find Betty, and do it together.
How'd you raise your money to go to the nursing home and give out the buddies?
We took advantage of the Monster Monday sale, where they were $6 and bought quite a bit of them. But you can, use your host rewards and get them. And like if you use your team, just have everybody donate to a buddy. And that's
Great idea.
More questions? Okay. When we say Cindy, you say Spirit.